Hello, I'm Peter C. Hayward, making my daily Solforge video. I missed the daily reward somehow, but I don't think I got anything new and exciting. I have made two different Utera Aloyan bot decks. One works and one doesn't, so I'm going to show you the one that works. I'm just going to double check that I didn't get a legendary that I missed. It's unlikely, but I would rather know than not. Nothing new there. Cool. So this is the Flow Steel deck. I'll show you it in the other. Basically, first of all, I made a deck. Oh, I might have been able to get my daily reward now because I have this game that someone stopped using. So I made a all bot deck using the Arc Flight squadron that I got the other day. No, it looks like it's not going to work. And it doesn't quite work. It's way too weak to Necrium. I went in and I added a few Utera card, yeah, just every bot that I could get, and then Feral Instinct just for the breakthrough for stuff like my Orion Walker, which doubles its attack each turn. Just bots, bots, bots. I've got 3 Bright Steel Sentinel, which I've never actually used. They're actually remarkable. I can see why everyone wants one. I've got an Afterlife Squadron in here, Lifeblood Dryad, because I was hoping to be getting heaps and heaps of creatures out and then buffing them with her, but it hasn't seemed to be working. Bulwark Bash, I discovered, was a necessity, because it's the only way of doing direct damage, and with the Bright Steels, I actually managed to use it more often than not. Orion Warwalker is one of the victory conditions of the deck. It goes really well with Enrage and Warmonger mod, and Ferocious Roar is always a nice card. Jetpack in case I go against something with Defender, and Energy Prism. Battle Droid, yeah, so just a heap of bots. And this is my bots deck, as you can see. But it doesn't quite, yeah, I'll show you. I don't think it quite works. It's too weak to Necrium. I like it. I like the idea of it. It would work really well if I had 3 Arc Flights, I think, or even 2 would do better, but I go so many games without seeing that fellow at all. So let's play against Longshot, and victory with this will be a long shot. So I'm going to start by just leveling this guy because he's okay at level 1, pretty weak at level 2, and then really strong at level 3. I was playing against another Aloyan bot deck and he just kept dropping level 3 Forge Guardian betas, and I realised how powerful that card is at level 3. So I'm going to be playing an Arc Flight in the corner in the hope of actually getting to use it. If he's playing Necrium, I definitely won't be playing the Orion Battle Droid. Actually, either way I'll be playing the Bright Steel Gargoyle, but if he's Necrium, I will never be playing that, he's playing Necrium. The meta is really predominantly Necrium at this stage. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to Electronet him, and then put an Arc Flight in the corner, and just ignore him for now, quite frankly. Electronet in this deck is really good, because none of the robots, and I think thematically this is what they were going for, none of the robots have particularly good stats. So the idea behind Aloyan is that they build a heap of robots to go out and fight instead of them. And the robots have cool little interplay things, but none of them are just mind-blowingly good in any way. Except for I guess the Bright Steel Gargoyle is really quite good, but so Electronet really works because otherwise, yeah, their health is generally pretty weak across the board, I've discovered. So if you don't have him, then you die. So I'll be able to get 1 use out of my Arc Flight. There's nothing I can use to buff him. I'll use a Scout Drone as my free card because he will then be free for levels 2 and 3, which is always nice. I'm going to chuck a Forge Guardian in front of Grimgaunt because they will not actually take damage from him. Oh, actually, I can keep my Arc Flight alive for 1 more turn with the Bright Steel. Not a lot of point to that. So I'm going to play him anyway because Bright Steel is a very good card. And yeah, it'll keep him alive for 1 more turn. Arc Flight's such low stats. I mean, it's such a good card, but such low stats. I don't quite know how to utilise it at the moment. This is not my ideal draw. I'm going to play the Orion Warwalker. So what I've discovered is if you really aggressively level up in Rage, by level 3 it's 12-12, you drop one of them on a level 1 Orion Warwalker, you suddenly got a 14-18 that doubles an attack every turn. So you don't even have to aggressively level up Orion Warwalker and he still works so beautifully as long as you're leveling up that Enrage, which, as I mentioned, due to the low stats, you want to be doing anyway. I think Utera is the best combo for this deck. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good at all. Utera is the best combo. Oh god, he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to be a 9. Utera is the best combo, I think, for this deck, because you need something to buff up the otherwise weak robots. But I think you could really pair well with anything. I don't know what to do about that. Just going to chuck an Arian out in front of him, I guess. I don't know. And Ferociously Roar, I think. Crap, that's a really good draw at this stage for him. You need something to buff. Yeah, I think this robot deck will pair well with anything, because with Tempest you can give him mobility and more health, and Necrium is just... Necrium you can Epidemic to bring the opponents down to the same level. I'll most likely be throwing a Forge Guardian in front of the Grim Gaunt. Can't see anything else that would be able to take it down. Even the Grim... crap. He's had some really good draws here. So that'll be a... Oh god. I guess I can Electronet him. Oh, what I'll do is I'll Forge Guardian and then Bulwark Bash. It's a ridiculous combo, but I need to take that guy out. And Bulwark Bash levels quite nicely. It's equal to your armor, double your armor, triple your armor. It goes really well with the Sentinels. Look at this, I'm already at 67. So as you can see, this deck isn't quite working. I'll play another one with the deck that is working. It mostly relies on... This deck I think would work if I had some more arc... whatever they're called, the squadrons. Yeah. I don't have anything I can really do about that. So, you know, I have to either... Oh god. I have to take the damage from all of these... Yeah, I'm just gonna call that one a game. As I said, weak to Necrium. It does okay against Tempest, because you can just chuck all the armor on, but Necrium ignores the armor and goes straight for the jugular. So, I'll show you the other deck that I'm making, which is working a lot better. It is based around the Flow Steel. Thematically it's based around the Flow Steel, because I only have one, I don't really draw enough for it to actually work. This is not the right deck. Flow Steel. So, Prowlers, because Flow Steel gains attack equal to the level 1 cards that you play. So Prowler's a nice level 1. Echo Wisp is a nice level 1. This is still the Shaper deck. Why will it not let me load the right deck? Yes, here we go. So Flow Steel Prototype. As you can see, I've only got one. It nice stats, but the real strength of this is that its attack just increases and increases. Feral Instinct in case I can get it high enough so it has Breakthrough. Deep Branches, as mentioned, so that I can play them at level 1 and buff him. Echo Wisp for a similar reason. Shardplate Mutant for the exact same reason. I generally wouldn't play him until about level 3, where I'll drop him in front of someone and he'll die, buffing my Flow Steel and taking out whoever. Taliesin I've got in there because the theory is that the more cards you can play, the stronger the guy gets, but I don't think I'll practically be playing him that much. That was just me testing stuff out. Mossbeard, so I can keep on healing him if he needs it. Orion Warwalker has actually been doing even better for me in this deck than the Flow Steel that I built it around. That double attack thing, it works so well with stuff like Enrage and Life Shapers. Oxidon in case I need it. Enrage, like I said, aggressively level that. Ferocious Roar is just a nice card. Jetpack in case I face a energy. Life Shaper because you can put this on the because I've tried to put some cards in that let me play more early level cards. So Life Shaper equally benefits from that. Until the patch, she'll be benefiting from everything, but I've just been cancelling if it's not Utera because that's how I roll. Metamind just so I can hopefully get the good cards more often. Frostwild, obviously, when he gets to level 2 and 3, you can play free early level cards. Energy Surge so I can get to them, and Metasculpt in case I face anything nasty. I've discovered that the robot decks I've been building just have no way of dealing with stuff like Utera Packmaster or Gox or Synapsis Oracle, so I chuck the Metasculpts in there because I just need some kind of way of taking them out. So this is not really a bot deck as much as it is a Flow Steel deck, but let's see how it plays. Waiting for opponent. Lungadado? So, he's going first. I'm going to be playing me a Life Shaper and a Frostwild. Playing this deck, I just aggressively level up the Life Shapers, the Frostwilds, and the Flow Steels. And then everything else is sort of just like the rest are pretty strong level 1 characters, so that's in case I face a rush deck, I can actually hold my own until I get to level 2 or 3. If I need to, I play an Energy Surge pretty early on. Lungodado. So, I've played about 3 or 4 games with it so far, and I keep finding people who just don't have their first turn. So let's start a new game, and I'll quit whichever one doesn't play first. Oh, here we go. Sorry, Renoir. Longodado came through, so let's play against him. I don't like having 2 games at once, especially in Let's Play. It's confusing enough. I'm going to Frostwild, because it'll do 4 damage to the 6/6 that creature's going to become. If I chuck a Life Shaper, it's the same effect, but she dies, and there's no advantage in that combo. He'll have 2 health left and be on the aggressive, and I can chuck a Life Shaper or a Frostwild out in front of him. Or if I need to, I can Meta Sculpt, or on the off chance if I get something crazy powerful, Deep Branch Prowler is my friend. Magma Hound, nice. Good play. I'm still going to just chuck a Frostwild in front of it. Oh, Rageborn. Nah, I'm going to chuck Frostwild in front of it. He's going to die. I'm going to put a Life Shaper in front of it. He'll go up to an 8/4 after that. And it does mean I'm taking damage from the other 2, but I'm confident in this deck's ability to recover from that. Let's see if my confidence is proven correct. So this is why it would have been a good idea to put the Life Shaper in front of him, but based on the information I had, I think I made the right call. So now I'll be able to put an Echo Wisp, taking out the Magma Hound, weakening the Rageborn. It's assuming the Life Shaper trades with Shard Plate, which it should. And then I'll just chuck a Frostwild in front of the Rageborn. Doesn't mean I'm ignoring whatever new threats come out, but there's not that Rageborn's going to be a, 5/11, provided my Life Shaper survives. I think I've got at least one of those. I should try a rush deck of some kind. Ah, nice. Man, I'm getting my ass kicked here. Hey, what happened? Oh, right, he buffed it. Oh, boy. Okay, now I'm in trouble. I'd love to be leveling up those Enrages, but I obviously cannot afford to do that at the moment. I'm going to take... I should have done that the other way around. Should have taken out the Magma Hound and the Shard Plate and just ignored the Rageborn in the hope of getting an Energy Prison, but that's okay. These things happen. That creature is just getting tougher and tougher. And I've got not much that can do anything against it. I may be in trouble here. I'm being forced to react instead of getting to level the cards I want to level. And that's going to be a 9/9, isn't it? Okay, if I lose this in the next few turns, I will play one more game just to actually show this deck off properly. I made some pretty early stupid plays. Crap. He's done really well. He got some good draws. He played the right cards, the right spots. Well done, Longodado. I forgive you of your delay in starting because of your excellent play. He'll be a 9, so I should be able to Metamind and then Enrage the Metamind. Nope, that still won't take him out. Jetpack's +3 as well. I don't think there's anything I can do about that Rageborn. I can throw 2 cards at it and still not kill it. I'll play Metamind in front of the Magma Hound in the hope of drawing an Energy Prison. Do I even have an Energy Prison in this deck? Maybe I don't. Should probably think about putting one in, because seems I'm going to need it. Okay, start a new game while Longodado decides what he wants to do, because I don't have much confidence in my ability to win that one. That was a solid start. If I get the right combination of cards in this, I can get a... By turn 2, I can have like a 10/9 Urian Warwalker out, and that's pretty tough to deal with. So I'm going to be playing my Frostwild, and then reacting to what he plays, I guess. Mossbeard, Ferocious Roar. Don't want to play the Shard Plate. Don't really want to play the Deep Branch Prowler. Depending on what he played, I'll probably play the Frostwild and then roar it. I know it's a bit of a waste of roar to play it on one card, but... Yeah, I'll play Frostwild and then roar it because I really want to trade with that with... Oh no, I won't be able to trade with it with the Frost anyway. Oh boy. In no way is this favourably showing off the deck at the moment. Ah, gosh darn it. Okay, I'm going to concede this one. He played that very well. I got my ass kicked in the first 3 moves. Sanua has not really got me on the ropes. I'll play a Frostwild, then Ferocious Roar it. Even with a -3, -3, it will die. It'll do a significant amount of damage, and at the moment I'm really more interested in leveling cards. It's also really good to know that she's playing a Necrium deck, because I'll know not to play my Wisps. So yeah, I should be able to throw a Life Shaper in front of the Weakened with a Frost and take her out. Unless I get Dreadbolted. I'm just going to double Life Shaper, because that is one of the core parts of the deck. And these are useless at level 1 and really good at level 2, so it's really a good idea not to play them. Ah crap, should be able to Wither Frost that to death. I'm really not playing very well today. Sorry about that. I've been really tired all day, and as you can see, just making stupid tactical decisions from start to finish. Not particularly showing off my deck. I'll probably play this deck again tomorrow, maybe with a few tweaks, just because I actually think it is a half decent deck. Though my play today would not show that off to you. Has not been showing that off to you. At the moment I'm leaning towards Energy Surge, really. Come along, Sanua. Because I've been playing with cards that I don't normally play with, like the Bright Steel Gargoyles. It's when I'm sitting here bored waiting for the other person to play, I get to look at all different art that I'm used to. I like the Echo Wisp art. I think it really conveys it nicely. Obviously, the art conveys the card nicely, but I mean, like particularly the idea of the card, which is that it's with 1 health, it's pretty easy to take out. But he's playing long game. Ah, stupid Wither Frosts. They are very annoying. I'm going to play a Oxidon Spitter here, taking out Scrapforge's armor. If I'm playing a Scrapforge deck, I want that ability as soon as possible, and I'm just going to Metasculpt this Wither Frost so it's a useless 1/6 in the corner, because I wouldn't mind playing the Energy Surge, but I can't really afford to. Here we go. So, Flow Steel, I'm definitely going to level up. Although, as I said, this deck's really turned into more of a Life Shaper and Frostwild deck than actually a Flow Steel deck. So I might... Now I'll play the Flow Steel in front of Zymus, and the Frostwild in front of the Alolan General. And then Frostwild and Alolan will trade. Zymus will... Oh yeah, trade with the Flow Steel because of the Alolan's bonus. I'm taking 4 damage, but I'm okay with that because I've leveled up some nice cards. So, automatically here you can see I'll be able to get 3 cards out this turn. Life Shaper, Frostwild, and then another Frostwild, I think, because I don't really want to... If I'm playing Necrium, I'm prepared for Epidemics. Grimgaunts. I'm seeing them everywhere at the moment. I'll be able to get, 3 out. Okay, this is somewhere I can play where I don't have to come into contact with a stupid Grimgaunt. Okay, I'll play Life Shaper in front of the Scrapforge, the Frostwild in front of the Alolan, and the other Frostwild in front of the Grimgaunt, and buff him. Now he can move his Grimgaunt over and weaken my Life Shaper with it, not kill it. While losing his Grimgaunt, he can stay there and kill my Frostwild while dying himself. Oh, that's a nice draw. So, again, I'll be Life Shaper, Frostwild, and then my Aryan Walker. So, this is how the deck plays. I'm really glad that I didn't rage quit, tired though I am. I've leveled up a Metasculpt, haven't I? Which is good, because I want to do something about that Zymus. It's a weird move. I would have done that on the Frostwild. Oh, Life Shaper in front of the Witherfrost, because it'll take 1 and stop her from attacking. Actually, no. I'll play Life Shaper here. Frostwild here. These are just so that... The idea here is that I want my Orion to be as buffed as possible, and so I don't want to risk the Zymus regenerating in front of it, which would be really annoying. So now, as you can see, if I can get my Orion to survive another turn, it's going to be a 16-11, which is pretty good, with the ability to double its health every turn. And had I drawn my single Primal Surge, not Primal Surge, the card that gives them Breakthrough, it means that even if they throw something in front of it, I do a decent amount of damage and get to level that card up, because it's 1-1, then 3-3, then 12-12, with Breakthrough all the time. Oh, look at this. So my Orion will survive this turn. I think I'm going to play my Metasculpt. It'd be nice to get the Metasculpt going. Ooh, that's annoying. Okay, cool. So I'm going to play the Metasculpt on the Scrap... Oh, no, I don't have to play it on the Scrapforge, because I can just double my attack. I really want to level up this Metasculpt so that I don't get hit by a level 3 Zymus that I can't do anything about. But I don't need to. Oh, wait. No, don't do that, because I might be playing... Okay, I'm not going to level the Metasculpt. This might be a decision that comes to bite me in the bottom. But by doing this combo, I get to add heaps to my Flow Steel. It'll be weak, but it will survive the attack, and it'll be enough of a threat that they'll... So currently he's got 2 big threats he has to deal with, which is the Flow Steel and the Arraign Warwalker, both threatening to really get better and better. Here we go, I'll play the Metasculpt, and I'll have a free Metasculpt. Both threatening to get better and better, which means he has to ignore my Life Shaper Savant, which is good for me. Yeah. So as you can see, he's entirely focused on that, leaving me with my fairly decent creatures out. It means I can't level my Metasculpt, but I'm going to risk it. Oh, it is a risk. I'm going to play Life Shaper, buffing my Deep Branch, because he's got the Breakthrough. And then Roaring, because Roar level 3 gives everyone Breakthrough, which is really nice for this deck. So yeah, this is a pretty good example of how the deck works. It's just I'm really happy with this. There's a lot of synergy between the Life Shapers, the Frostwilds, the Shifters, whatever they're called, the Prototype creature, and the Arraign Warwalker. So there's constantly a lot of threats on the board. That's exactly what I was afraid of him doing, but he would have been able to do that no matter who I gave the buff to, so that's okay. There's constantly a lot of threats on the board, and they can't deal with all of them. Oh, this is nice. I'm going to Frostwild and then Metamind in the hope of drawing something amazing. Because Metamind is not Utera, I'm going to cancel the buff, because I don't want to get used to skills that I shouldn't have. That didn't make sense. And I think I'm just going to overwrite the Metamind with the Orion. It's always a good time when you have to be overwriting your own cards. So unless he gets... Yeah, there's really not much you can do at this stage. Flow Steel Prototype, that's what it's called. So this is the deck. It's my Flow Steel Prototype deck. It works quite nicely, as you can see, much better than my Bots deck, but if you've got any advice on the Bots deck, let me know. Look at that, perfect time to draw an Oxodon Spitter. If it mattered, it shouldn't, because I don't think you can... Nah. Boom! That's my new deck. Let me know any tips that you have on how to play it, or... Where's my award? Maybe I haven't gotten either of my rewards today. Have we changed time zone or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, that's my decks. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you tomorrow.